Hello, hello, whoever just joined. What is going on? Got my caffeine. Got all my orders pulled. Let's do this. Let's go, bro. All right. What do we got first? Let's do some clothes. Oh, you know what? First, for posterity, we'll do this. We have 26 items going out. These are orders since shipping closure yesterday at right about noon. So 26 orders in just about 24 hours for a total of $628.92 gross. Not too shabby. This is the sheet. Yes. All right. First up, we got some boring clothing. These are from the buyout I did of another eBayer. They've been up over a year now. I'm starting to blow them out. So this is going out for $16.45, free shipping. Nice little pair of pajama set. That's the wrong one though. There's the one we want. Little sheeps, kind of cute. Probably going to be over a pound. Let's find out. Yes, indeed. Going in padded flat rate envelope. I see we've got a few people in here. Want to say hi in the chat so we know you're here. If you can, if you're not watching on a TV. A little dangly string here. I am not typically a clothing seller, but came with the buyout. I didn't have to do anything to source or list it. So all I do is store it and ship it out when it sells. I am already into the black on these items, so I do not care anymore how much they sell for. I want them out. I need the room. So anything I make over the shipping cost is pure profit. And honestly, I don't care if I can get more for them. Hello, Pigbar71. How are you doing today? All right. It's going out in a priority mail padded flat rate envelope. Fix my microphone here. Sorry for the noise you guys are going to get. There we go. One down, 25 to go. Another pajama set. These are Laura Ashley. Popular women's brand. It's got some autumny kind of flowers or something there. I don't know. I know Matt over at the Part-Time Pickers channel. Hello, Blackberry Thistle Tea. How are you doing today? Thanks for joining. Shipping some orders. Shipping out some Laura Ashley PJs. How much did I get for them? $15.85 free shipping. These will go out first class though. Now we'll give them a little foo-foo rosy poly bag. Matches their floral pajamas. Looks like we got 5 people on here. I just changed it out of my pajamas because I didn't want to be in my pajamas for the live stream. Although I live in pajamas, especially during quarantine. I actually rated the supply that of the person I bought out for pajamas. And now I've got a couple of nice sets that I like wearing. I'm like, if I just take this and wear it, then I don't have to wait for it to sell. And then I realized I can just take this and wear it while I wait for it to sell. But then I wore the same pajamas for like 10 days, and I realized I probably couldn't sell them. Nobody wants those 10-day pajamas. Nobody wants no 10-day pajamas. All right, some more pajama bottoms. These are kind of cool. I like these. These were definitely ones I was looking at, but I don't like the drawstring. They got sock monkeys on them. These are Nick and Nora. Nick and Nora. I don't know what that is, but that's what they are. Do I have pajamas on eBay? Yes, I have pajamas on eBay. Hi, Nanny's Front Porch. How are you? Sweet. Thank you for joining. I'm just blabbing at the blabbing at my computer. If anybody wants to join into the StreamYard stream, you're welcome to do so. I can drop a link. Just let me know if you'd like me to do that. All right. Let's see here. Where are these? Where are these pajamas? Here we go. These are going out for $18.08. Hey. Let's see here. Do you have any fancy poly bags back here? Nope. Nope. We get a plain old gray one. We'll probably have a couple of cameos from at least one of my cats today. They have been very fussy all day long. Wanting lots of attention. Full-time PJ life, yeah. So we've more or less been in like a constant state of quarantine or lockdown here in Washington since April. So, and even going out, like there's enough dumbass anti-maskers around. It's enough to motivate you to not want to leave the house. Like, I definitely sort of strategize my excursions because of that. I mean, they say like, I'm wearing the mask for your protection. No, I'm wearing the mask for my protection. I've seen some of these people. I don't want to be anywhere within 6 feet of them anyways, let alone with a global pandemic going on. Just saying. And I know it's not good to talk politics on YouTube, but you know what? Wearing a mask during a global pandemic is not a political issue. All right, we're getting somewhere. Next up, we've got this Gap fleece, extra large. It's nice. If I were an extra large, I might just keep it for myself, but I'm not. And I don't really care for the Gap. It's definitely one of those sweatshop companies. It's going to go in a padded flat rate again. That's over £1. Right? It's over £1. Sure it is. All that being said about leaving the house and quarantine and all that, I am ready for this goddamn vaccine. I want to go see my friends. I want to go to a party. I want to go to a bar. Have somebody serve me alcohol. I want to pay someone to cut my hair. Sick of this buzzing my own hair BS. I want to go to a bar and play some pinball and get drunk in a bar with somebody who serves me drinks that I pay money for. And I want to call it Uber Home. And smoke cigarettes. Even though I don't smoke anymore. I want to smoke cigarettes. Better yet, I want to take a drag off someone's cigarette. I don't want a whole cigarette. I just want to drag off someone else's. Oh, I know. I'm extremely patient. Don't worry. I know it's coming. And I think it's going to be coming a bit sooner than we think. I think I was on a call with some friends recently, and it's like, You know, we've kind of been pushed to this point of having like this pandemic quarantine Stockholm syndrome that, you know, has been brought on largely by mismanagement, not being given all the information and all the facts. And it's led to this point where everyone just is sort of like doesn't really can't really buy into the fact that there could be an end to this soon, right? Where everyone is just so exhausted by everything. We've been told so many things, and so many things have been wrong and lies and missteps that it's really hard to, you know, get excited about having an end to this thing. Am I done with clothes? I got one more clothes. I'll be right back. Got some overalls. These actually just sold recently. And I got a return on them. And then they sold again just a couple days later. These sold for $30.14. Free shipping. They will cost me $7.50 something shipped. And again, these are from that buyout I did. So it's pretty much all profit. I'm just happy to start getting some of this room. Carrier packaging. Padded envelope. All right. My mistake. $7.76 is what they're going out for. That's, I forgot about the rate change. All right, so this is 34 Hot Wheels from the 1980s. These are actually not sold yet. They are on an auction that closes tonight. So let's see what they're at right now. And these also are from that buyout of the other eBay store. These are at, and they're not great condition, $10.50 plus shipping, but I need them to go in a padded flat rate. Let me see if I can pop up a photo here so you guys can see. Share screen. Share screen. Here we go. Here's the item. There's a bunch of Hot Wheels. You all seen Hot Wheels before. These are from the 80s. I mean, There's some cool ones in here. I don't think we have any red lines or got the hearse, tow truck, van. I mean, they all got some wear. Got a Lambo. Yeah, Melcap. Hey, Josh, how are you? Long time listener, first time commenter. Yes, Josh is a old friend of mine. We got 8 people. All right. If anyone has questions or wants to hop into the stream, you are welcome to let me know you want to do that. Otherwise, I will just keep muttering to my computer. I'm gonna just shove this in this first padded envelope. All right. So then what I'm going to do we're going to take these cardboard scraps and shove them in between the 2 bubble mailers. Until I can't fit anymore. And that way, the idea is they get just a little bit extra protection, even though they're in there just smashing around with each other. That we're calling good. It's just got a little more solid feel to it. There you go. Ready to be beaten with a baseball bat. We're just going to set that aside. We'll wait for the auction to end. Got another item here. This is a lot of Superman comics. Let me pull this one up for you. I messed up and I ended this auction at 1 a.m. this morning, which is not something you want to do. Don't end your auctions at 1 a.m. End your auctions at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, StreamYard, we're going to share my screen again. Oh, crap. Where'd it go? There we go. All right, so then where's this thing? There we go. All right, here's the lot. It was a lot of comic books. I've been sitting on these over a year though. Ooh, Brian Kane. My recommendation would be find a like military collectible Facebook group, get in there, and then post your pictures and ask if anyone can help. There are 1,000,001 military collectibles guys out there, and I always recommend going and trying to seek out the people who are going to be most knowledgeable. I tend to do that on a lot of stuff. So these comic books go back to the 1960s. Like I think this Lois Lane one is 60s. But none of them are like super valuable. But I probably could have gotten maybe another 10, 20 bucks out of them if I didn't end it at a stupid time like I did. Reign of Superman. We got Superboy. And some like Superman Adventures. So I had this big box of comic books I've just been sitting on that I bought from a guy with a bunch of other collectibles last year. And I just could never get it. Every time I'd pick them up and start trying to list them, I'd be like, ugh, none of these are worth anything. They're only $1. So I just split them up into a bunch of different lots. A bunch of them had Goodwill tags on them. So I put together a lot of all the Superman, a lot of all the ones that just had Goodwill tags and put them out as reader copies. And then I got like a couple more lots over here. Rhythm Heaven Fever. Nice. I've never heard of that game. So yeah, my Superman comic sold for a whopping $45 plus $20 shipping, I want to say. Let's see if I can make some money on the shipping. 80 Superman comics. Yeah, they paid like 50 cents a comic. So good for them. They're out of my life. 13 pounds. 10, 8, 12? Yeah. FedEx is $18.76. Ooh, $42 priority mail. Nope. So I made $1. I basically made my fees on the shipping. All right. Normally I would try to go, if it was only like a $3 difference and it meant I didn't have to leave the house, I would do priority mail. But since I have to leave and go grocery shopping anyways, might as well do a FedEx drop off. Done. Next. It's another auction item coming up here. I got some jeans now. Another priority mail. All right, I'm going to show you another what not to do on eBay. So these also were from the buyout I did. And so, well, I'll show you here. So most of the listings had these multi, like they would do, she had like mosaic pictures and all of these things. So I was trying to get like decent product pictures without having to take photos again. But look at the background removal. It's so bad. Oh, this is what the original pictures look like on the front. I probably should have gone with this, but I changed it to this, which is like, how weird does that look? God. But they sold. Sal, that's a great sale. I am trying myself right now to get out of the video game business. I've got a lot up on Craigslist Marketplace for like, it's like 10 Nintendo systems, a bunch of other stuff. Oh, this isn't going far. How much? Same price to go padded flat rate. It's going to Idaho. All right. Well, yeah, so I'm trying to sell a whole bunch of video game stuff, but I'm like, skinny jeans, right? My listing, because I've sold on Facebook Marketplace before and I don't like doing it, is like, if you contact me and it's clear that you have not read this post or watched the video that I took the time to make so you can see everything that you're buying, then I will block you and or ignore you. So I got pretty aggressive with my sales pitch on Facebook Marketplace, which I was just really trying to weed out non-serious buyers or people who asked me to split it up, which I wasn't going to do. And I'm still not going to do unless I just bite the bullet and start listing it on eBay again. It's so boring. Thought of just sitting and testing video game systems and pairing power cables and yeah, Facebook Marketplace. I hate it. I hate selling on it. What I need to do is just find like a retro gaming store and be like, find one, maybe not even in my city, just go find one and just load everything into the car and just drive it. And whatever I get, because I'm over it. Right now, I've literally got 11 bins of controllers, cords, systems, games, just various peripherals, like 8 Guitar Hero things, a lot of it untested. The stuff that is tested is all mixed in, so I have no idea what's what. But yes, Facebook Marketplace is terrible. I do not like selling there. All right. Sweet. Done with clothes. Now some fun stuff. These have been on the site since April 2019. So coming up on their 2-year anniversary. And now that I'm looking at it, I see why they took so long to sell. Because whoever bought these paid me God, what? All right. These are the cups here, the 3 of these. All right, cute little Disney cups. These are from the Walt Disney Company, probably 60s. They're nothing special. Sold for $15.95 plus $9.50 shipping. Because I had them in at 15 ounces. But it is what it is. That's why I've been sitting on them for 2 years. That would have been like, I would have been 4 months into this store at that point. So I should probably go and look at some of those older items. I should just like sell all of this stuff out of the back of my car. I need to go buy more bubble wrap. Not bubble wrap, shrink wrap. Gonna work okay. So. If you guys don't know, and you need large amounts or regular supplies of shrink wrap, good two best places. One, find a moving company, local movers. They have the ends of shrink wrap all the time. Like the last, however much. You can get them cheap, or you can buy full ones of these exact things that I'm showing you. Those exact things from Budget, or not Budget, U-Haul. $6.95 per roll. That's cheaper than anything you'll find online. Here's the thing. $6.95, and it's about twice that big when you get it. But I started doing this instead of tape it was another YouTuber, Resale Rabbit, who was like, you know what? You use tape, people are always going to take a knife to it and try to cut the tape. And that can damage the item, and then it can cause a return. So he recommended using shrink wrap because people then just like tear at it with their bare paws. And less likelihood of breakage. Oh, come on. Gonna need a bigger box. Will this work? I think also there's the buying weed from somebody in Golden Gate Park. You also have probably some other purchasing options at that point as well. All right, that's a nicely packed item. We ended up with a 6x6x4 box. Bubble wrap, shrink wrap, got tissue paper in there. Thank you card. Final weigh-in is 9 ounces. Not too shabby. Up, just sold another album. The Partridge Family at Home. I bet it's the same person who sent me a lowball offer on it earlier this week. If you are ever buying stuff on eBay, don't be the guy who sends an offer on an item that doesn't have a send offer option. More likely than not, you're only going to piss off the seller. It is certainly one of my pet peeves. Next up, got a patch. We got 10 people in the chat. How's everyone doing? If you haven't said hello yet, please do so. And if you want to jump into the stream, let me know and I can drop a link. All right. So this is a embroidered patch. Coast Guard Air Station in Kodiak, Alaska. As you can see, it's got a big old bear. It's a big patch. It's unused. Oh, and I should just, there we go. That's better. This is going out for $22.45 plus shipping. So what I am going to do on this one is I've got a couple little postcard cardboard things that I have for postcards. I'm going to put this in a little cardboard sandwich. I'm going to put my cardboard sandwich. This is a 45 RPM record poly bag. I use those for postcards and 45 RPM records. Anyone remember speakeasy.net? I happen to have a whole bunch of those stickers. So I'm going to just close that up with the sticker. Throw that in a cardboard mailer. Ain't nothing going to damage that thing now. 3 ounces. Hello, Rummage for Riches. How are you? There's foosball on. All right, what do we got next? Got a paperback book. This is easy. Put a thank you card inside the cover page. Put it in a cardboard mailer. For these cardboard mailers, they don't quite fit in my bubble mailer. I'm going to fold up the edge first. Slide her in there ever so gingerly. Then once it's in, I flatten it back out. So on paperbacks, a paperback packed like I just packed it is never going to be less than 4 ounces and always going to be between like 5 and 7 ounces. So knowing that, I know it's never going to be more than $4 to ship it first class. So I build that into my cost most of the time, but I didn't do it on this one. But it lets me do that fast and free thing. Oh, media mail went up 9 cents. Yeah, on this one, it wasn't high value enough for me to ship first class. Normally I would. Couple of belt buckles. This one came out of the belt buckle lot. I did a video on this one, did a haul video. Belt buckles are one of the few things that I will actually polish up. This one was pretty tarnished when I got to it, but polished it up and it sold for $24.95 free shipping. So I am way into the profit on that lot of belt buckles, and I'm maybe 25% sold through. I'm actually in the process of eyeing new lots of belt buckles. They've been doing really well for me. They did awesome around Christmas. Before I can buy another lot of belt buckles, though, I need to revise my storage system, because right now I'm just digging through a bin of belt buckles, and it's one of the things that takes me longest to find the right ones. So belt buckles, I just wrap up in bubble, just one square bubble wrap, and then I use scrap cardboard and do a little cardboard wrap. That goes in a bubble mailer. Thank you card. That's the kind of stuff I love shipping. I mean, that took me, what, a minute to pack? Oh yeah, I know I've done this live stream like 50 times. So, yeah, there we go. Belt buckles. Awesome money. Easy to work with. Easy to buy, easy to store, easy to list, easy to ship. But you don't sell them because I don't want the competition. Yeah, the custom-made rodeo belt buckles are awesome. I got a few of those from the last buy that I did. There's some really nice. There's some really nice ones that you can find. There's like Crumrine and Montana Silversmiths. Like they have like a couple of high-end belt buckle lines that can be even in the like $300 and $400 range. And of course, there's the, you know, if you find one that's like sterling silver, or there's gold ones even out there. So Abhishek, yes, I make no qualms that this video has been done many times, but so has been some bro wandering around a thrift store for shoes, right? So deal with it. I'll show you this other one. So this one, these are kind of interesting. This is a Wells Fargo Express. And on the back, I don't know if you'll be able to see this. We'll just do it on screen. Because this is kind of a cool story. And it's something, actually, if you deal in belt buckles, you probably should know about anyways, because these things come up. Okay. So here's the belt buckle. Pretty cool, huh? Looks real old, huh? Got your overland mail service, 1852. Really nice patina. And what's this on the back? Tiffany, New York. Faithful service. This thing must be worth $1 million. No. So back in the 1970s, these things started showing up all over the place at gun shows, in antique stores. So what the story was like, somebody had found this like hoard of Tiffany and Company belt buckles, and they were fake as the day is long. But they would just show up at a gun show or an antique show and just clear out, right? And it took a while for anyone to catch on to this. And the people who made it, they would run this stuff through like rock tumblers with red clay, and they would, rust them up, basically like leave them in salt water, just to get the like fake patina on new brass. And it duped people for a long time. But now that enough time has passed, the fact that they're fakes and dupes, some of them have actually no original design based in anything Tiffany did. Most of them don't. So it's kind of cool, kind of a cool story. If you want to read about it, all you got to do is Google fake Tiffany belt buckle, and the full story is there. Easy to find. But yeah, really interesting story on them. And now people just collect the fakes because they're actually kind of cool to display and blah, blah, blah. So I bought these on eBay. I bought 56 of them for $300 a little over 2 years ago, or a little under 2 years ago. And, I sell about 1 or 2 of them a month. And I've tripled or quadrupled my money on them at this point. I may be down to like 10 or 12 left. So this one had been in the store since that time, and I've been, with my older inventory lately, been kind of trying to like move around prices and fix up photos and try to get things moving, that's been around for a while. And this one actually sold the day after I went in and fixed photos, and I actually increased the price on it and then sent out offers for the original price that I had it listed on. Somebody bought it, so it worked. Hey. You want to say hi? Say hello on the camera. Hamburger Helper Radio from the 70s. That is, I've had that as well. When the return reason doesn't seem authentic, it's like, what, are you a Hamburger Helper Radio expert? All right, excuse me, I have to go buy my freedom from the cat real quick. I'll be right back. Buster. All right. No, that was Buster. They've been very needy of attention all day long. All right, next up is this here Kodak Star 110 camera. There's a video on the channel of me picking this up. I got it at Habitat for Humanity for $1, and actually it was 50% off, so I got it for 50 cents. Sold for $16.95, free shipping. I've been really itching to go out to some of the little further out thrift shops in my area. But it's also January in the Pacific Northwest, so it's pretty much just gray and rainy every day anyways. Even not under quarantine, it's not very difficult to not want to leave the house. So I've been just listing heavily and did some cabinet cards today. About yesterday and today, I did like 30. Bunch of postcards, about 30 of those. Did a bunch of records yesterday. It's been very busy in sales from a number of items standpoint. I've been selling lots of things, but I've also been doing some things to try to get lots of things moving. Dollar-wise, I mean, it's been okay. No complaints, but haven't really been moving a lot of high dollar items. But I also haven't been listing a lot of high dollar items. But Speaking of high dollar items, this is a good one. I'll share this one. The photos on this aren't great, but we'll show it to you anyways. Okay. So these have actually been up for going on 2 years almost as well. So another older item, but these are like a little gift souvenir thing of photographs, 12 of them, of Graymere. And, you know, these things are pretty small. I'll show you the in my hand for scale in a moment. But this is Dove Cottage, and so this is, I'm guessing, UK. Yeah. So there's a little postmark thingy you can do. So yeah, this is how big that is. And so this item, it had been around a while. So what I've been doing with a lot of stuff is I've been increasing my price and then sending out offers that essentially make the offer look better. And this sold for $50 plus shipping. So that little pack of cards. Probably dates to right around the turn of the century. And honestly, I don't even know where I got that. It probably came in a box of something or a lot of something. Most likely. Well, one thing I definitely notice is if you go into your listings and you start doing things like fixing up photos or changing around descriptions or even doing small increases and decreases in prices, it really helps to get items moving, like much better probability of selling. It does force it forces your items to be recategorized on eBay. So you move up in search by giving activity to that particular listing. So increasing or decreasing your listing price even by $1 can do that, even by 50 cents. Editing photos, changing description, changing your title, any of those things will force that recategorization and increase your visibility and chance that the item will sell. So give it a try. You can bulk list like 500 items and just increase the price by $1. And then 2 weeks later, decrease the price by $1. And you know what? When you increase that price by $1, a bunch of your stuff will sell. If you're doing a bunch of items at once. So you have the benefit of selling that older inventory and making an extra $1. But then, you know, when you go back, you change your pricing back, and it forces that recategorization again. Brian, that it is not listed. It's broken. It doesn't work. So I just kept it. I keep a few things. I like the Mr. Machine. I didn't even show what I sold. It's a Phillips 66 keychain. Got some rust. It's for Gene's 66 service. In the junction of 57 and 7 highways. And where was that again? Parker's Prairie, Minnesota. Anyone want to guess where I sold this to? Where is it getting shipped to? Oh, none of those places. All right. It's going to Pennsylvania. Yeah, I'm sure that the Mr. Machine is fixable, but I don't really have the time or know-how or things to do it. All right. So I'm going to give this guy one little extra craft bubble mailer of protection. It's going to West Pittston. Oh, that thing weighs nothing. So that's sold, by the way, for $13.95 free shipping. It's going up first class for $3.49. So I cleared like $10 on it. I like stuff like that. Same thing, like the belt buckles. Easy to list, easy to ship, low cost of acquisition. Sells off to a collector, most likely. Like, I could probably fit 100,000 of those things in my basement. All right, we got a Littlest Pet Shop thing. Again, this came from the person that I bought out. I don't even know what this is. Lunette Pescador. This is also from the buyout. $12.90 free shipping. Which I probably need to go and adjust all these because I got like a whole bunch of unopened, sealed Littlest Pet Shop stuff. This one is what year? This is 2018, so it's a couple years old now. Yeah. Just hoping it would fit in a cheapy box. No. I'm out of cards. I'm out of bubble mailers. I need lose my you know what. All right. Hey, come here. Come in. Come here. Hey. All right. 5 ounces. Come on. Couldn't be a 3 ounces. There's a good amount of trees where I live. It's the Pacific Northwest. Yeah? Being fussy? What? What? Oh, you're... Oh. He wants... Yep. There we go. Yep, just put your butt on my head. He wants to bite my nose. He has limited forms of communication. So nose biting is one of his few. What? No, there's still 10 people in the chat, Josh. A lot of people turn on the stream and will work in the background. It's okay. You're getting down. What's going on here? What are we doing? All right, I need to go run away for just a second here and go grab some more bubble mailers and the Partridge Family album. I'll be right back. 2 seconds. Well, like 10 seconds. And we're back. I need to order some more bubble mailers. Down to my last 2 bundles. It's purchase history. Last 60 days. When was the last time I bought these things? All right, I need 1,000 of 4x8 or 7.5x8. What are these? Pretty sure they're 4x8. Ah! Nope. 7.5 by. All right, I'm gonna go with this 7. We'll do the 7.5 by 10. 162 for 1,000. But that'll get me through a year or 6 months. All right. You guys don't need to watch me buy packing materials on eBay. Car Connects. Vintage Toyota 4x4. I don't really have any connections as far as vehicles go, but I can tell you, you're probably, if you're going to look in Washington, you're probably better off looking in Eastern Washington for that kind of thing. All right, I'm going to do some postcards here. I'll show you guys the postcards that sold. None of them were big money, but there's some interesting ones. 3. This one. Oops. This one. I actually had a ton of them go out yesterday. Today was a little bit slower, but I'm also kind of getting a jump on my shipping. There's going to be more orders that come in today, almost for certain. All right. Keep closed on this window. All right. Share screen. Location window. All right. Here are the postcards that sold. Michigan Avenue in Chicago, 1920s, white border. The reason why there's a white border in the 1920s is because somebody figured out that you can save on ink by not printing around the borders. So there you go. Got a little crease, but nice thing about postcards, condition doesn't always matter. This one's kind of cool though. I like it. The bustling street. Got a bunch of old antique cars there. It's Chicago in the 1920s, so you kind of got that like mob bootlegger feel to those cars. They're all black, so kind of neat. And then this one, it's a courthouse, Kendall County, in Yorkville, Illinois. Not posted. It's actually a lithograph. This is not a photograph. So that one's kind of cool. This one is went $15. The Chicago went for $6.95, and this one, I believe, also went $15. This is McGregor, Iowa. Aerial view of the town. Kind of neat. I forget what they call this town. Like this is the Mississippi River down here. And they call it like the Thames of the Midwest or something like that. I forget the nickname for the town. Let's find out. Gregor, Iowa nickname. Mississippi River, Pikes Peak State Park, blah, blah, blah. Oh, well, can't find it. It has a nickname. It's something. There you go. So I showed you all a little bit earlier what I did with the patch. Essentially going to be the same thing with the postcards. Very, very easy pack. I like it. So, even when it's not a ton of money going out, it's so low effort. Oh, we missed one. There's another one that sold here. Here's McGregor. Oh, I'll just show it on there. This is just some lady picking grapes. They're called flaming tokay grapes. So sometimes the agriculture subject matter can do well. Not big money on that one either. $6.95 free ship. So most of these cards I have maybe 25 or 50 cents into at the most. And, I normally don't like selling lower dollar stuff, but if I'm listing just a ton of postcards, it's no effort to just throw one up. But $6.95 is the lowest that I sell for. And these are pretty much the lowest price. Like I have 2 at the minimum and then 2 at 15. All right, so that goes there. Goes there. Do that. And these lower price ones don't even get a bubble mailer. You just go straight to the cardboard mailer. I don't even need to weigh them. So I'll show you. This is kind of funny. That's story of my life. Everywhere I go, he's my shadow. Which sounds great and adorable and cute and fun, which it can be. But also at 1:30 or 1:45 this morning, he decided that he did not want me sleeping for some reason. And he will like do this Helen Keller thing to your face. And if he's not getting the attention he wants, or if he's trying to express affection, he will bite the tip of your nose. So he was kind of being a jerk this morning, not wanting me to sleep. Right, Buster? You're being a jerk. All right. Kendall County Courthouse. Yeah, so this one went out $15 plus shipping. So this one, we will step up the package. But not too bad. I mean, that's like $40 in 24 hours just on 4 postcards. Yeah, $40 because the other ones paid shipping. It's before fees and everything. So you figure $3 net on the 2 cheap ones, and then 15 plus 15. So $30. Let's say 30. Take up so much less space than clothing. Don't have to measure anything. I don't even have to grade them. All I gotta do is dump them in my scanner. Say, this is from this place, and this is from this place. I need to make some more cardboard sleeve things. a bunch of those now. All right. Getting low on my stamp box stickers to print out a couple more. All right, that's the Chicago. So normally I like to have some music playing on these, but my last 4 live streams have all had copyright claims. And I don't want to strike. So I realize I've been playing with fire. And actually, my last pre-recorded upload yesterday with the ultimate package integrity test, the 30 seconds I have at the very end of that video, I got the copyright claim from the Ting Tings. But I left it in. They can have their 30 cents in ad revenue I made for them. I have another postcard that I could have sold today. It's of a pretty uncommon location, pretty unusual. There's not been another card out there that I have seen any sales history of. And there's a person who wants it, clearly. But I have it listed for $65 because of its uncommon nature. And they come in every 3 months or every however long it is that before your offers expire, and then they send me lowballs for like always the same, always 13, then 15, then 20, which is not even a third of the price, my asking price. And I'm not in a hurry to sell it, so I'll keep playing this game. But eventually, they're just going to tick me off, and I'll have to block them because I don't like lowballers. Is my price high on it? Probably. Will I take less than my asking price? Definitely. Am I going to take a third of my asking price? Absolutely not. You ever get into if you sell on eBay, a battle of wills with a buyer? I certainly have. I get into them often. Where you're just at a price standoff. You're not going to sell it to them for what they want. They don't think it's worth what you think it's worth. This that McGregor, Iowa, is going to a public library in an undisclosed location in Iowa. Sold another belt buckle, $30. All right, let's pack up some of these records. Kind of getting down to the end of it. What are we in here? We're in not even 2 hours, and we did quite a bit of packing. Records go pretty quick, too. All right, so first up, sold for a whopping $9.95 plus $4 shipping. We have Judy Garland, Over the Rainbow. Judy Garland is not a record that sells terribly well, or an artist that sells terribly well, with the exception of the albums titled Over the Rainbow, which there are probably a dozen of them that came out over the years. If you see a Judy Garland record and it's in good condition and it's called Over the Rainbow, buy it. If it's cheap, otherwise, don't bother. Oh yeah, the automatic best offer from eBay. That one is. You know what? I would rather somebody send me an offer after eBay automatically turns on offers than somebody who sends me an offer on a listing where they just send me a message with an offer on a listing I don't have make offer on. That one I like, especially if it's like a new listing where it's been up for like less than 90 days, and even more so if somebody tries to send me a lowball offer on an item that I don't have make offer on. Oh, that's a quick train to Blocktown. I'll give you a warning. But you try pulling that stuff with me more than once and then come back with like another offer. Oh, you're out. All right. This one's really cool. Harry, how are you doing? So this record's really cool. See who that is? Harry's old enough to recognize this. This is that's Mary Tyler Moore before she got famous, being all sexy on a cover of a record. in Italy. Harry, I was really hoping you'd show up. Do you see back there? I got me one of those ventriloquist dummies. He hates the Eagles. So since Harry's here, let's do a maybe do a impromptu top 10. Since I know you love them, I'm stomping on your territory. All right, here we go. Since it's Mary Tyler Moore, we packed this up. How is top 10 1950s or 60s sitcoms? So let's see. Where would I start with number one? Thanks, Harry. That's really nice. Top 10 50s or 60s sitcoms. Let's keep it 50s. It had to start in the 50s. That will be our ground rule. Number 10, Beverly Hillbillies. I am on board on that. Although I might give them a higher spot. Andy Griffith. Yep. I would say like up near the top is going to be the Dick Van Dyke Show. For sure. Definitely in top 3 for me. Gomer Pyle. No, come on. Gomer's Pile. The Simpsons nailed it on their spoof of that. And Gomer Pyle was a spinoff of Andy Griffith's show, so you can't count that. Gomer Pyle was 60s. The Simpsons thing on Gomer Pyle. Gomer Shazam! Gomer Shazam! That's the whole show. How about the Munsters? Although I think that was early 60s. It may have started in the 50s. I feel like it probably started. In 1964. How about the Addams Family, though? They both started in 64, huh? The Honeymooners in the 50s. Honeymooners definitely started before the 50s, right? But I think they qualify since they came into the 50s. Burke's Law, was that a sitcom? How about anyone ever see the Donna Reed show? Or what about My Three Sons? I'm a big Fred McMurray fan. I'd put. Oh, it was My Three Sons 60s? $1960. Yep, doesn't count. Leave It to Beaver. Yes, that has to be up there. That was 1957 for sure. That's got to be there. I Dream of Jeannie. I think I Dream of Jeannie was 60s though. 65. Bewitched. 64. What about I Love Lucy? Where are we? Come on. I Love Lucy. Burns and Allen. Yeah. How are we doing so far, Harry? Oh my God! What about Father Knows Best? Or oh my God, Make Room for Daddy with Danny Thomas. How that guy got what a weird looking guy to give a sitcom to, but it was the 50s. What was I've been watching a lot of on YouTube, You Bet Your Life with Groucho Marx. I've always kind of been a fan of the Marx Brothers. It's not a sitcom. It's a game show kind of, right? Like people can win money, but holy cow, Groucho Marx in terms of being Johnny on the spot with a turn of a phrase. Wow. Do yourself a favor if you're bored one of these days, sitting in quarantine, doing your thing, go watch some You Bet Your Life with Groucho Marx. That, the humor is not even corny. Holds up. Man, there's some good ones here. Gunsmoke. Yeah. Dragnet was 60s, wasn't it? I would do 60s, wouldn't do the... Yeah, I mean, we can do both. Dennis the Menace was 50s. Okay, I think we've got our 10 in no particular order for 50s. Oh, what about Dobie Gillis? These are like the Nick at Night classics. All right. Bonanza. Oh, hey Rita, how are you? I just packed up actually, this is, you might recognize this, Rita. Very surprised this thing has not sold, so I put it up for auction. Where were we? All right, so 60s. 60s sitcoms, though. Not adventure shows or cowboy shows, or they have to be specifically situation comedies. So I'll clear it out. Yeah, Rita, all the stuff that I bought from you. So, folks, the person in the chat, I searched you when. Her name is Rita, and she's actually the person that I bought out her eBay store a year ago, November. And she's back selling on eBay because none of us can really get away. Yeah, Green Acres. I loved that show when I was a kid. I loved. I think what I loved most on that is, uh, one, the song, but specifically the Jaja or the Ava Gabor part of the song. The part where it's like, New York is where I'd rather stay. I get to love it, hey. I just adore a penthouse view. Darling, I love you, but give me Park Avenue. There's my wonderful singing voice for all of you. My wonderful falsetto. The Monkees, I loved the Monkees too. Monkees was absolutely fantastic. I could still watch the Monkees anytime. It's so ridiculous. So now we're back into the 60s. We have to put in both the Munsters and the Addams Family. Brady Bunch. Although Brady Bunch really was more... It started in the 60s, but it really was more of a 70s, early 70s show, wasn't it? And I don't think really, like, as iconic as... I don't know. This is the Brady Bunch is one that, like, you can't put up there for quality, but you have to include because of how iconic of a show it is. Flying Nun, yeah. Or how about Get Smart? Or Partridge Family wasn't a sitcom, was it? It was and that was 70s. I feel like. Was it 70s? Yeah, 70s. What was Hogan's Heroes 60s? I feel like that was 70s. 65, yeah. And then you have Bewitched and I Dream of Jeannie. Gilligan's Island. Gilligan's Island, another one that has to be on there. Real McCoy. Yeah, so many good 60s shows. All right. I would say the only ones though that are like locked in at this point, and I'm not even saying necessarily they're even my favorite, would have to be probably I Dream of Jeannie, The Brady Bunch, Gilligan's Island for absolute sure. Man, it's hard. Oh, what about my favorite Martian? So many good ones. Beverly Hills Billies was all. Yeah, we already did that. We included them in the 50s. Car 54. That was a great, what do you call it, theme song as well. But that would actually put Fred Gwynn on the list twice. Well, we put it because he was on. We'd put it because he's up there probably for the Munsters as well. I feel like the '60s sitcom list needs to be a 25. It can't just be a 10. There's too much good stuff. All right, this Partridge Family record. Somebody also bought big money there, $9.95. Or what about the Donna Reed show, or the Patty Duke show? I laughed like that, I talked to like Tansy, walked like what a crazy pair, but they're cousins, identical cousins, just the same. How did I mess that up? No top 10 for 2 weeks. Oh right, you're doing you're on call for something. I forget what it was. The Eagles, come on. The Eagles. All right. Where did we go here? We'll do that. We'll do that. This. We'll do this. We'll do. Nope.
Jesus, man. Could you change the channel?
Fuck you, man. If you don't like my fucking music, get your own fucking cab.
I had a really
I'll
rough...
pull up to the side and kick your ass out.
Man, come on. I had a rough night, and I hate the fucking Eagles, man.
I'm sorry for the swearing. I forgot how much swearing there was in that scene.
Man, hey.
Oh. Sorry for the swears. I honestly forgot how much swearing there was in that scene. Guess this video is never getting monetized. Probably all kinds of copyright claim on it now too. The Eagles gonna be coming for their money. We're getting down to the end of it, folks. Believe it or not. I've only got 2 more items to pack up. Although I could probably go grab a couple more things. And I've got some of the auction stuff that's going, so you might as well just get that stuff packed up here too while we're at it. Jackie Treehorn does make a hell of a Caucasian. My cat has spotted some sort of other animal in the yard. They are good guard cats. All right, so this next item is kind of cool. I got the cab driver was Leon Humstone. So this is a Honeywell Marion meter microamperes gauge. Pretty cool. New old stock. I got a huge box of these things like 2 years ago for $10. And I've been selling these things off, you know, slowly but surely over time. They've been going mostly to ham radio guys. And guys who just like old machinery stuff. This one sold for $29.95. I'm crazy into the black on this stuff, but that one alone would have been 3 times my money. I probably made over $1,000 on that $10 buy without testing any of it or knowing what the hell any of the stuff was. Merc switches, yeah, that stuff is. I don't know, is that legal? Can you sell Merc switches? But yeah, this stuff, like, I bought this. I saw Honeywell on it, and that was kind of all I needed. Like, I've had some experience selling other old Honeywell stuff and done extremely well with it. Like, I found at a flea market down in California, some guy was selling, I assume it was from the Mercury gauge is Mark switch. That makes sense. Yeah, so somebody was selling a box of old Honeywell computer manuals, and they were computer manuals for the old, like, 60s tape computers, like the giant ones that were as big as a room. And they were programming manuals for those kind of computers. And I bought the whole bin of them for like $10, and then I shipped them home to myself, media mail. So it wasn't super expensive. So I was maybe like $25 all in, $30 all in. I was selling single manuals off from that buy for $100, $150, $200. Vintage computer nerd, early computer stuff. Yeah. Vintage gauges are great money. I've sold quite a few of them now. Not just from that buy, but, you know, it's one of those things I'm on the lookout. A mecoid control. All right, that's going to be fine. All right. All right, we're good on the weight. Yeah, that stuff where you can just get a huge quantity of stuff and it doesn't take up much room, and you kind of don't care how long it takes to sell. It might take 2 years, it might take 3 years, it might take 5 years to sell through, but it takes up no space. That's the stuff that, like, if I can, but it sells consistently. I love that kind of stuff. And that's that kind of thing is, I really learned from, scavenger life probably is the people who sort of put that mentality into me. Speaking of them, I bought this here shirt. This came from them too. This is the most expensive t-shirt I've ever bought. I paid $50 for it, but I used my eBay coupon they gave me for being around for so long last year. They sent out those customer appreciation coupons to people, so I used it on that. So the shirt didn't cost me $50. They were asking $100 on it. I turned down like a bunch of my offers. And I'm like, I'm a viewer. Oh, Brian, yeah, I've got some items I've gotten stuck on for sure. Like, I've got a bunch of tablet screen protectors that are basically at this point probably on the verge of being obsolete because they're for like tablets from 2016 or something that people are about to not have anymore. Tell Christy hi from me, Josh. Absolutely. Thank you, Harry. That was a lot of fun last night, even though you did put Eagles as #1 rock band, which is just a complete garbage. The Eagles, man. Come on. Yeah, Brian, I don't have a death pile. I have a like backstock room in my house, and it's the biggest bedroom in the house. It takes up more space than I do. iPhone 5S. Okay, Brian, you got me beat. You could probably I'm thinking at this point the 5S cases could maybe go. Apple doesn't even support the 5 anymore, do they? So even if you get your hands on an iPhone, you need to sell that stuff overseas. You need to like find just put them in a huge lot and figure out how much it would cost to put them in like a large flat rate box overseas. Like how much is the most it would cost? And then just lot them all up and then build the most that shipping cost into whatever you charge. and then hope somebody from like a third world country buys them, because that's about your market right now. Depending on how many you have. All right, getting down to it. Next is a 78 RPM record. This one is actually really cool. It is not the best condition, but it's Columbia Records. But, okay, so let's talk about this for a second. One, this is a really uncommon paper sleeve, right? You don't see this one very often. You normally see just these like boring brown with red Columbia. You don't usually see this. All right, then of course, we got to point out the like blackface going on there. That ain't cool. But other than that, the art's kind of neat. Like if you took out this part here, there we go. It's got some really cool art. You don't see that a lot with 78s. And then the label is also very cool. It's I forget what they call this, the Fat Man label or something like that. And then Paul Whiteman and Orchestra. So it's actually a pretty well-known artist. And the other artist on here is, I'm going to say this wrong, but Bix Beiderbecke, who is pretty well collected. I got to make sure I'm giving the right record. Yeah, pretty well collected. So I sell a lot of 78 RPM records. It's a good market if you know what you're doing, and it's one that took me a while to learn. Not that I consider myself an expert by any stretch of the means. It's really just a numbers game for me. I couldn't tell you outside of like, certain jazz artists and Glenn Miller and the ones to pick up. Blues, anything. If you can find like some of the real blues stuff, can go for thousands, but it's so hard to come by. I've never found one. I think the most expensive 78 that I sold was a Tibetan 78, which was kind of a cool one to find. But anyways, 78s, since most people don't know what to do with them, and most people consider them trash, which by and large, very often they are just trash. It's one of those items that takes a little while to sell. Got to find the right collector. It's a long tail item, but the profit margin on it is like 3,000 times my money. Right? I bought a collection of probably like, I paid $80 for like 600 or 700 78s. So, and there was a bunch of LPs in that collection and a bunch of 45s. So, that's insane profit margin. But unlike postcards, they are a pain in the butt to pack. Because they're basically like packing a glass item, only more fragile. And it takes a lot of material. Here. So I'll show you all how I do it. Some of you may have seen this before. If so, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Because I have to pack it. You're going to have to watch it one time or another. All right. Hey, Buster. Oh, he wants to play fetch. Here you go. You turned around too fast and ran into something. All right. So the way I do these 78s, and I really don't recommend getting into these things unless you want to really get educated about them, because it's not, it's something you want to know enough about that you can make money on them, and not something that is, unless you're into music, like, 78s is early sound recording quality, but, not necessarily the most interesting thing to a lot of people. So I got 2 pieces of cardboard, both cut out to approximately 10 by 10 inches. This is a 2 square folded over bubble wrap. So it's 2 layers of bubble wrap. It's going to go, we're making a sandwich. So there's my lettuce. And then I take my record and I fold it into 2 pieces of bubble wrap. There we go. So that's going to go there. We got our burger. And then going to get another 2-piecer of bubble wrap. That's going to go right on top of that. And then we're going to get our bun. Then from there, and whenever I'm packing one of these up, I've got in my mind Samuel L. Jackson's monologue from Pulp Fiction. Because the way I imagine it is that the post office is out to poison and destroy my record. So I got to do everything I can to make sure that this thing has the best chance at survival as I possibly can. So we wrap the sandwich in some more bubble wrap, and then we close it up with some tape. And then we're not even done with that yet. We take another square of bubble wrap, fold it over again, fold it over again, and then we're going to get a big long piece of tape. We're going to put that little folded uppy thing of bubble wrap right there in the middle. Okay. And then I'm going to take that and put it around one edge. So we've got now this little like bumper. Then take the box, put the record in the box. I put that bumper on the wrong side, but it doesn't matter. Then I'm going to take some scraps of cardboard. I'm just going to kind of secure it in there. This is like the most involved thing that I pack regularly. All right, then close it up. Seal it. And you're probably thinking, done. Well, you're wrong. Because then We get ourselves another piece of cardboard. We want to make sure that the grain of the cardboard is going against the grain of the top of the box, right? So the grain of the box is going this way. You want your cardboard going this way. We get another little piece of bubble. Put that on top of there. Put that on top of there. And then seal up the edges. So we're doing this for a couple of reasons. One, the post office is going to stack this box 100%. We have no idea how much weight is going on top of this. And given how fragile the thing inside is, we don't want that box top to be caved in at all. So we want to give it some extra oomph. And then the bubble wrap is just for padding in case they throw the box on top of it or something like that, which happens, right? So just trying to give it every last chance for survival that I can. A lot of tape. I don't care. It's always 2 pounds. I don't even need to weigh it. There we go. All right. Next, I need to get some fuzz off this Chicago jacket. Unpack that up because that auction ends tonight. I'm really surprised that this did not sell before. Like, come on. It's a huge jacket, which I know is a thing that people like. It's Chicago Bulls. I also know people like. It was a bit of a high price on it, but it's vintage. But I think also it's from that era as well that there's just so much. Hey, you don't get on here and put more cat hair on this thing. But the auction ends tonight. If anyone wants to bid on it, you still have time. How much of this is actually part of the jacket, I'm wondering. It's a really good jacket. This was actually, I'm really surprised, but it's so big and bulky. I need the room. Hello, Selling Tennessee. How are you? Yeah, Rita, when I was initially looking at your store, this is one of the items I saw, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like, I'm sure that will sell. Rita, one thing also, just something to think about. On a recommendation from another very experienced reseller, and I don't know if you still do this, I haven't seen your store in a while. You have those mosaic photos. When the listings I took over from you, had those mosaic photos where you'd have like 3 or 4 shots within the first main photo. And it was recommended to me to not do that and to instead just have one good straight on product photo of the item. And I didn't take the advice at first, but when the item specifics thing came out, and I had to go through pretty much all the listings and get item specifics in there anyways, which, you know, it wasn't just your stuff, it was a lot of mine as well. I had like 800 items, but while I was doing that item specific, I took that advice and I went and I removed the collage pictures, and I just did I would take whatever photo was best as a, front on product photo. And based on my experience in doing that, I would recommend, if you're still doing that collage method, to, as soon as I started making those changes, stuff started selling really, really quickly. So you may want to consider, if you're still doing those collages, changing it up and doing just the single front on product photo, or like a real basic hanging up photo. Not necessarily going back and changing all the stuff you've ever done, but moving forward, maybe something to think about, because it really worked for where I was at. Having a lot of photos is good, but when you have that first photo, you want something that catches the eye, that is simple and easy to translate and bright. You want to make sure that you're brightening all your pictures as well, and adjusting contrast so it pops out of the background. Here, give me a second. I'll pull up. I'm not picking on you, Rita. I'm just going to show you what I'm talking about, because I've done this with a lot of my own photos and listings as well. So I'm just going in my store here. We'll do a screen share. You'll be happy to know, Rita, there's a whole section of my store called Rita's Corner. Oh, I stopped sharing. That I didn't mean to do. All right. So we'll go into Rita's Corner. So here we go. I'm kind of just picking something at random here. But this was the old front page one, right? And this was kind of beforehand. And this isn't an even perfect fix, but I'm going in there and either doing that automatic touch up or doing trying to find the sweet spot of the brightness and contrast, and then cropping as much out besides anything that's not part of the image or part of what I'm trying to sell, I'm taking out. That one's still a little bit bleeding for me. So sometimes I'll just keep maybe reduce the contrast or brightness. But sometimes you're just gonna, that's what you got. So I'm not taking new product photos. That's not something I'm gonna do. So, but you can see it as I just kind of scroll through here. There's some items I've done it to, and there's some that I haven't. And in terms of like, let's say you're just a person scanning through a million eBay listings, are you going to click on the thing that is like, you can't tell what it is? Or are you going to click on the thing that you can tell what it is? So anyways, that's how it was explained to me. And by, I can only say based on what I did is it seemed to have worked. Yeah, Rita, I'm not saying go back and, redo everything, because I only did it because eBay was making me do it for those item specifics, which was like literally they started that in October, and I worked on it every single day, and I didn't finish it until just after Christmas. So but I started with close to 800. All right, I'm about to call this thing as good as it's going to get. All right, do I have any giant? Yes. What are you looking at? Yeah, and again, I would have never done it had I not gotten the advice. Well, had I not gotten the advice and being forced to do the item specifics. Since I had to go into all those listings anyways, like I was like, okay, I might as well make the most use of this time. All right, need to see what auctions I have ending today so I can just get those packed up. Let's see here. Okay, well that's not too bad. This one's also from your Rita's Corner. This one it's only at $3.25 plus shipping right now. I feel like I don't really need to pack this, but I'm just gonna put it in a poly bag. Let's see what this weighs. It's almost definitely more than a pound. Yep. Yeah, Rita, there's stuff that I got from you that flew off the shelf. And then there's other stuff where it's like I see it all the time and I'm like, why the heck hasn't this sold yet? But eBay's weird like that sometimes. You never really know. You never know what's gonna be the tickle the algorithm that day. All right. First, there's that. There's that. Then we got these. Yeah, Rhonda, I don't actually deal very much in clothing. All the clothing I have listed, with the exception of like 3 or 4 items, are from I Searched You Win, who I basically bought her whole store inventory a couple years ago. Rita, did you end up selling all that stuff in your cellar? Trying to think if I want to. How much am I charging here? All right, we're at $10.50 for the lot. No, we're not. We're at $28 for the lot, and I'm charging $25 for shipping. All right. So since these aren't already the best condition, you never sold off your basement stuff? Well, if you want to clear some of it out, I can't come by all of it, but I can come pick through it. You had some cool stuff down there. But yeah, that would have to be an extended field trip. All right. I think I may just want to ship this stuff in a large flat rate. I normally don't like using tons of flat rate, but that other one's not going to fit real easy. My cat has crawled into the cabinet underneath where the computer is right now and underneath my shipping station. There's a cabinet I keep some shipping supplies in down here. And he crawled in one door, and I just opened the door, and he's in the other one. He is a goofy cat. I will... What? What? Come here. You want to be on TV? Don't bite my nose. All right. I think I'm going to hold up on this last lot until I know where it's going. So we are at the just shy of 3 hour mark. And I need to go grocery shopping and feed myself. Rita, he's a very beautiful cat. He's also a pain in the butt. But I do need to go and do other life things now, like feed my body and go grocery shopping and clean my house. Maybe I don't know yet. It's not a super pressing thing since nobody's gonna come here and for at least another few months. But thanks everyone for joining. If it's your first time here, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell notification button because I do these things from time to time. If you have questions, you can always leave them in the comments of the videos. I should have a new pre-recorded up within a couple of days. I'm really trying to avoid doing the same old wandering through a thrift store video and same old what sold video. So really appreciate any feedback you have on videos that either I've already put out or that are coming out. Comments are definitely very much appreciated. Thank you for coming, Brian. Very glad to have you. And yeah, I plan on being live at least once or twice a week. So I will try to give as much advance notice as possible. That's what you get for standing under me. You okay? He's fine. All right. Thank you again, everyone. Have a great day, and we'll see you, next time in a couple days, maybe 3, maybe tomorrow, maybe 4 days. I don't know. Talk to you soon.